everyone, I'm Gemma from Yoga with Gem. So today's class is a lovely strength-based class. It's sequenced and designed for any pregnant lady from 14 weeks upwards. Just do what you can, making sure to take breaks where you want to or where you feel you need to, tuning in and listening to your own body. So to get started, I'm going to get you to grab some cushions, pillows, blankets, if you have a yoga block, even your pregnancy pillow. Get into anything that you feel comfortable, and let's begin. So if you've any girdle pain, I'm going to get you to begin just in a Thunderbolt Pose, where we're going to kneel on the mat with our knees hip width apart or slightly narrower. You're going to bring your cushions or your pillows in underneath your bum, and we're going to just drop our hips onto the cushion or the pillow, so that we're nice and comfortable. Taking a roll of the shoulders, drawing them back and down, bringing your hands to your legs. If you're happy enough and you feel comfortable and you don't have any girdle pain, I'm going to get you to place your cushion in underneath your hips, and we're going to come into an easy cross-legged position. So we just want to prop up our hips. That will help get a nice extension through the spine, and it'll also help keep those bums nice and comfortable. So I'm going to get you to either bring your hands down onto your knees, palms facing down if we're feeling a little bit jittery, if our mind's racing, that will help calm ourselves down. If we're feeling a wee bit low on energy, we can bring our palms facing up, our first finger and thumbs to touch in either position. Or if you want, you can always bring your hand to your heart and another hand to bump, just to check in with little baby as well. So you're going to take 3 sighing breaths just to let go of anything that we've been through this week, any stresses, upsets, any annoyances. So we're just going to close our eyes. Allow your lips to gently touch, and we're going to take a nice inhale in through the nose. And with your exhale, we're going to sigh it out through the mouth. In through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. So just keeping our eyes closed. We should already feel that our shoulders have dropped down away from the ears. Adjusting ourselves in any ways that we need to. And we're going to keep the inhale and the exhale in through the nose, out through the nose. And we're just going to follow the breath in and out. Just watching it flow. Let's not alter the breath. Hold the breath, change the breath. Just allow it to flow in its natural rhythm. Now we're just going to do a scan through the whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And let's check into any parts of the body that we might be holding an extra bit of tension. Your glutes relaxed. Take a second to check in on any changes that this week of pregnancy has brought. And now let's just check in with ourselves. Check in with our own thoughts and feelings. We'll just acknowledge each and every one. And with every exhale, we'll let that thought go. And we'll not hold on to them. And now we're going to just set our own positive affirmation, or our sankalpa. And it's something very short, strong, positive. And it's about you. I am strong. I am capable. I am the best mother. for my baby. Anything that springs to mind. And repeat that 3 times. So when we're ready, you can either keep your eyes closed or open your eyes. And we're just going to start to get a little bit of movement into the spine. So you can still remain in your Thunderbolt or your easy cross-legged position, whichever is most comfortable for you. With our next inhale, we're going to just inhale, rise these arms up overhead. And with the exhale, we're going to twist with the upper spine as we drop our left hand down in front of the right knee, or right hand down behind our right hip. We're still keeping the extension up through the spine. We're keeping bump towards the front of the mat, or as best we can towards the front of the mat, so we're not causing any twisting or compression. Inhale through center, exhale, we'll drop the hands down this time. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind left hip. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale through center. And I'm just going to twist around just so that you can see. So we're going to do our seated cat-cow. So again, you can do it in your easy cross-legged position, or if you're in your Thunderbolt. We're going to have our hands up. We're going to keep that gap in between our shoulders. So our shoulders are down away from the ears with a nice straight spine. With our exhale, we're going to curl our upper back again, not causing any compression to bump as you reach these fingertips forward. We're going to inhale, draw our gaze up as our arms come up beside our ears. Exhale, our gaze or our drishti comes down towards our bump or our legs. Sending our hands forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. So from here we're going to come into our tabletop position. So dropping any cushions or blocks that we have just off to the side, we'll need those soon. So we're just going to bring our hands down onto the mat. Our wrists are going to come underneath our shoulders, shoulder width apart. Our fingers are spread wide, our knees are underneath our hips, hip width apart, and the tops of our feet are pressing into the mat. If you've got any pain in the wrist, you can bring a folded up blanket or a cushion in underneath your wrists, and that will just take off that kind of sharp 90 degree angle. Again, if you've any problems with mobility in your ankles, placing a cushion or a block in underneath the tops of your feet will help keep you nice and comfortable there too. So you want to be active in our tabletop position. So you want to be pressing down through the base of the fingers so we're not sinking into your shoulders, but instead we're nice and active. The inside of our elbows are going to be looking towards each other. Remembering that our neck is an extension of the spine, so we don't want to drop our head. Instead, we want to keep it nice and active, so our drishti or our gaze is just going to be in the middle of the mat, just in front of our fingers. Again, if you have any girdle pain, just be very mindful of that. From somebody who suffered massively with girdle pain in her first pregnancy, I'm very, very cautious of it when I teach. And so, in our tabletop position, we're just going to do our cat-cow pose. So in pregnancy, we like to keep this lower back nice and flat, or as a neutral pelvis as possible. So with our inhale, we're going to think about dropping our chest towards the mat as we draw our gaze in front. With our exhale, we're going to press through the base of our fingers as we start to arch our upper back up towards the ceiling. Bring our drishti in between our legs. Our gaze in between our legs. We're going to inhale, drop the chest down towards the mat, looking straight ahead. Exhale, we're going to arch the back up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to move with our breath, starting to connect our breath with our body. And anytime through the practice, if you feel your mind starts to wander, I'm going to get you to bring your attention or your awareness back to the inhale and the exhale. And that will bring yourself back in to the practice, back onto your mat. And then with your next breath, we'll come back to your tabletop. From here, we're just going to begin with some core activation. So we're going to send our right leg out behind us. So again, it'll all depend on what stage of pregnancy you are or how you're feeling. So you can either keep your toe down onto the ground, so your foot is flexed, so you're pulling back through your heel. Or if you're happy enough, you can lift your right leg up off the mat. Again, we're still keeping these toes down towards the mat so that our hips stay nice and square. We're going to place the weight into your right hand and into the top of our left foot. If you want, you can draw your left arm out in line with your ear, palms facing towards the center of the body as you're reaching out through the fingertips. So we're going to get you to check in with your pelvic floor here. So you're going to imagine a piece of string right from the center of your pelvic floor. As we activate, we're going to pull up on this piece of string right through the midline of the body. And we're just going to gently wrap our core around the piece of string. So again, with pregnancy, especially in later stages when bump's a lot bigger, we don't want to be causing a lot of pressure in our abdominal muscles. So it's just a gentle activation here, where we're keeping that pelvic floor switched on for another couple of breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and with your exhale, we'll return the left hand, right knee. We're going to repeat on the opposite side. We're going to send this left foot back. Again, you still will have that activation, keeping your toes on the ground if you're feeling that we aren't wanting to lift the leg up today for whatever reason. If you're happy enough, we can lift this leg up. We're keeping the left toes pointing down towards the mat. We're pressing down through the base of the fingers, being nice and active. You can add in the right arm as well. Palm facing towards the midline of the body. We're being very active, reaching out through these fingertips, reaching out through that left heel. We're checking in with our pelvic floor, making sure it's nice and active, gentle activation around your abdominals. We're still inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the nose. Pressing down into the top of the right foot, into the base of the fingers in the left hand. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, last breath here. Inhale, and with your exhale, we release. So you're going to do one of my favorites, which is a rock the baby. So coming into your tabletop positioning, I'm going to get you to take a real nice deep inhale in through the nose, and imagine you're drawing the inhale into your belly. So you're trying to blow the belly up like a balloon, and you'll feel a softening across your abdominal muscles. So you might feel it. You might feel that your belly's got a lot bigger as we've breathed into it. This time, as you draw your exhale out through the nose, I'm going to get you to try and keep that soft belly. So instead of pulling your tummy back in, we're just trying to keep that belly nice and soft. And then we're just going to rock our belly side to side. So you can take a wee second just to imagine that baby's just chilling out in their little hammock here of the bump. As you just rock them side to side. So this is lovely on our hips. It's lovely for baby. It's one of my favorites. You can come right over to the side and hold, feeling the stretch down one side and then the other. Again, we're just moving with the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And with our next inhale, we'll meet back in center. We're going to come into another tabletop position. So pressing out through the base of the fingers, pressing into the top of the feet. We're going to send our right leg back again. Our toes can be up off the mat or down onto the mat, depending on how you're feeling. You can add in your left arm if you wish. So we're going to inhale, we're going to reach out long through the fingertips, out through the right heel. With the exhale, we're going to draw the right knee up to right elbow, left elbow back to your side. Inhale, reach long. Checking in with your pelvic floor, making sure that we're nice and active. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, left elbow back. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, left elbow back. Last one. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, knee to elbow, left elbow back. And inhale, back to center. We're just going to change over this time, lifting our left leg back. And I'll keep my leg on the ground this time, so just to show you, you can do it again with your toes on the mat. So we're going to send our right arm forward. So with our exhale, we can just draw that left elbow to the left knee, right elbow back. Inhale, send the toes back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, legs back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Two more. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Last one. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. And with your next exhale, just dropping the left knee onto the mat, right hand. So we're going to come into our child's pose. So we're going to draw our two big toes together. We're going to start to send our hips back towards our heels, and we're going to spread the knees out as wide as we need to get bumped down in between. If you have your cushions or your blocks, and again, let's use as many props as we need to, especially in pregnancy. So any cushions or blocks, you can just place them in underneath your chest, and that helps support your chest up if you're like me and bump has got very big. Your arms can be reaching out long, or they can be tucked down by your sides. So whenever we're in child's pose, I always get you to draw your awareness to your breath in two different ways. So you can either breathe into your belly. If you have any tightness in the lower back, the other option is to breathe into your lower back, so with your inhale. Imagine that you're drawing the breath into your lower back, allowing it to rise and inflate. And with our exhale, we're drawing out any tension that we're holding on to. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So from here, just removing all of your props to the side. We're going to draw our hands shoulder width apart onto the mat. Again, fingers are spread wide. We're going to draw our hips up off our heels. We're going to tuck the toes under, keeping our feet at hip width apart. If we've got any girdle pain, again, if bump's a little bigger, you might find it more comfortable to send your feet a little bit wider, just to give bump a little bit of space as we move into your down dog. So from here, make sure we're pressing up through the base of the fingers, a little wiggle of the head to make sure that we're holding no tension in the neck. We probably have a nice generous bend in the knees, especially if we've got tight hamstrings. And you can start to pedal out the dog. Every exhale, dropping one heel and then the other onto the mat. So from here, we're going to place the weight into our left foot as we take a bend in the right knee, sending the right leg up behind. You can keep a bend in the right knee, or you can reach out long through your toes. With your exhale, you're going to draw this right knee up towards your chest, or again, if you have a bump, you might have to send it around and up. Drawing your right foot in between your hands, we're going to come to stand. So we're going to come into our high lunge. Again, this will all depend if you have girdle pain, so you might find if you've got any hip pain, either just narrow your stance and don't come down just as low. So you can have a cushion or a block just to give you a little marker as well. So your right toes are going to be pointing towards the short edge of the mat. We're still on the back left toes. So this is our high lunge. With an inhale, We're going to roll the shoulders back and down as we draw these arms up in line with our ears. We're going to make sure we have a nice wide gap between our hands, so making sure we're not overarching our lower back either, so we're not causing any strain. We want that very neutral pelvis. With the next exhale, we're going to take a bend into your right knee. We're going to hug this right hip back, so hips are square towards the short edge of the mat. Our right knee is stacked over our right ankle, and we can see our big right toe on the inside of our right knee. So from here, I'm just going to send my block back. So from here, if you want a little marker like a block or a cushion, we're going to send it underneath where our left knee would touch the mat. Okay, so again, early in pregnancy, you might find it's okay to come right down onto the mat. A little bit later on, you might want to raise the mat to meet you. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale here. You should feel this stretch coming in to your left hip flexor. We're going to take a nice deep inhale in here. Exhale, we're going to dip this left knee down to the block. Inhale, we're going to rise back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Two more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Last one. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And with the next exhale, we're going to windmill the arms down, planting them either side of the right foot. Just dropping her block off to the side as you drop her left knee to the mat, uncurl the toes. And we're going to come in to a low lunge. So I'm just going to take off my cardigan because it's now roasting. So her right toes are still pointing towards the short edge of the mat. Her knee is still stacked up over her ankle. We can still see the right toe on the inside of her knee. We're pressing into the top of the left foot, and again, we're not sinking too deep into your low lunge. Again, we've got loads of relaxing in the body. We don't want to kind of overstretch anything either. So pressing into the top of the left foot, you should feel a stretch coming into your hip flexor. So we still want that nice neutral pelvis. As we inhale, we're going to draw our hands up overhead. So you're going to feel that nice straight spine, but you're still getting that lovely stretch into the front of this left hip. So again, we're just bringing the awareness back to the breath, the inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And this time with your next exhale, we're going to draw our hands down either side of the right foot. We're going to tuck these left toes under, and we're going to send this right foot back to meet the left. So you're going to come into your plank position. So your wrists are going to be underneath your shoulders, shoulder width apart. Your knees can be up off the mat if that feels comfortable, or you can bring your knees down onto the mat. And again, we don't want to overload our abdominal muscles either. So from here, we'll come into a Chaturanga Press Up. So we're going to hug these elbows in. As we exhale, we'll lower down, coming down no lower than our elbows. With our inhale, we'll press through the palms as we send ourselves back up, lifting our hips up and high. We're going to meet back in our down dog. So again, resetting your feet to whatever position feels comfortable for you. It might be a little bit wider if your bump's a little bit lower. You can wiggle your hips side to side, pedal out the dog. If that feels most comfortable, just add an extra stretch. From here, place the weight into the right leg as we send this left leg up behind with a bent knee. You can keep the knee bent, or you can reach out long through the left toes. And with our exhale, we're going to draw this left knee up in between our hands. So again, all depending on bump size, we're going to come to rise into our high lunge. So left toes pointing towards the short edge of the mat. We're up on the right toes of your back foot. We're keeping our hips square towards the short edge of the mat. So as we inhale, we'll draw our hands up overhead. Again, we're keeping this pelvis in neutral. And with your exhale, we'll drop back into your high lunge. Again, if you need a little marker for your knee, you can place that in underneath where your right knee will touch ground. Take a few deep breaths here, feeling the stretch in the right hip. We're pressing down the sole through all four corners of the sole of the left foot and in through the toes of the right. Taking a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, dip, right knee comes down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, 3 more, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, last one. Exhale down, inhale up. And with your next exhale, we're going to plant the palms, drop our left knee down onto, beg your pardon, your right knee onto the mat, uncurl your right toes, and we'll come into your low lunge. Again, we're keeping our hips squared towards the short edge of the mat, our knee stacked up over our ankle. We can still see this left big toe on the inside of our knee. Our pelvis is in neutral. We're hugging this left hip back so that we've got nice alignment with the short edge of the mat. And as we inhale, we'll draw our hands up overhead. And again, we don't want to sink too far down. We want to keep that nice neutral pelvis. Inhale, exhale. Last deep breath here. Inhale, and with your exhale, I'll drop our palms either side of our left foot. Coming onto the right toes, left foot back to meet the right. We'll do our Chaturanga Press Up as we exhale, drop down, inhale, push up. Ooh, I'm struggling these days. Sending our hips back and up, coming into your down dog. Just taking a second to feel the stretch down the back of our legs. The stretch in our spine, we're pressing out through the base of our fingers. And with your next exhale, we're going to drop to the knees, send our two big toes together. Send our hips back towards our heels, we're going to come into your child's pose. Again, using any props that you need to, any cushions or blocks. If your hips are quite far off your heels, you can place a cushion in underneath for a little bit of support. You can place the cushion or the block again back in underneath your chest. And we're just bringing our awareness back to the breath. Another couple of breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And when you're ready, I'm going to get you just to walk your hands back up towards your hips. So you're going to come down onto your right hip. Send your right arm in line with the short edge of the mat. Our right elbow is stacked in underneath our right shoulder. The palm of the right hand is pressing down onto the mat just for support. Our right knee can either be bent forward if that helps with your balance, or you can keep it long. So it's entirely up to yourself. Again, it might just depend on how big bump is. So we're going to begin with the left leg. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. Now your left hand could be resting wherever you like, on your hip, on your bump, on the ground if you need an extra little bit of balance. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale in. We're going to lift this left leg up, pointing through the left toes. And with our exhale, we're going to lift the left leg up any amount, feeling the activation in our glutes. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Two more. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, coming back to center. So we're going to switch over and we're going to bring this left arm down, coming onto your left hip Again, your left leg can be straight or bent as you work through your right leg. So making sure we're not sinking into this left shoulder. We're going to inhale, point out through the right toes. With the exhale, right leg lifts. Inhale down, exhale up. 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 Two more. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, coming back to center. We're going to switch over, coming back onto your right hip, right arm in line with the short edge of the mat. So from here, we're going to inhale up. As we exhale, we'll move the leg forward. Inhale to center, exhale, we'll move the leg back any amount. Inhale through center, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Center, exhale back. Center, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. Inhale up, forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. Last one. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. So let's switch across to the left. Again, we're pressing out through the left forearm, left leg bent or straight. Inhale, right leg up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. Last one, inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale center, exhale down. And then when you're ready, just hug those knees up. Coming back in, sending yourselves over, coming back into your child's pose. So two big toes to touch, knees out wide, line your bump to come into the center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, I'm going to get you just to push to come up, dropping onto the right hip, coming into your easy cross-legged position. So we're going to come into our Shavasana, so one of the most important parts of our yoga practice. So I'm going to get you to put back on any warm woolly jumpers, grabbing any cushions, blankets, pillows, anything that will make you feel comfortable. So I'm going to get you to come to lie down on your left hand side. I'm going to sit up just to talk you through the last little bit. Mostly because at 38 weeks pregnant, I don't want to lie down and fall asleep on this before we get to finish. So again, wrap yourselves up nice and warm. We start to cool down fairly quickly in our Shavasana. Making sure that we're nice and comfortable. So we're going to close our eyes. I'm going to allow our lips to gently touch. We're going to draw the awareness back to the breath, the inhale and the exhale. as we breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Allowing your breath to come to a natural rhythm, not altered, not forced. And we're just going to do a very quick and easy relaxation for the full body. So your next inhale, becoming aware of your right foot, every toe, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the right ankle. With the exhale, allow to release, to relax, to let go. On your next inhale, becoming aware of your right lower leg, your right knee, your right upper leg. And with your exhale, allow it to relax, to release, to let go. On your next inhale, becoming aware of your left foot, each and every toe, the sole of the left foot, the top of the left foot, your left ankle. And with your exhale, allowing it to release, to relax, to let go. Becoming aware of your lower left leg, your left knee, your upper left leg, and your next inhale. Exhale, allow it to release, to relax, to let go. Your next inhale, becoming aware of your hips, your pelvis, your lower torso, your bump, your baby. And with your next exhale, releasing any tension that we're holding on to in any of those areas. On the next inhale, becoming aware of your chest, the sides of your body, your upper back, your shoulders. With your exhale, allow them to release and let go. On your next inhale, becoming aware of your upper right arm, your right elbow, your lower right arm, your right wrist, your right hand, each and every finger, your right arm as a whole. As you exhale, you allow it to release, to relax, to let go. On your next inhale, becoming aware of your left upper arm, your left elbow, your left lower arm, your left wrist, your left hand as a whole, each and every finger on your left hand. And with your exhale, allow it to release, to relax, to let go. On your next inhale, becoming aware of your neck, your jaw, your cheeks, your nose, your eyes, your ears, your brow, your scalp, your head as a whole, your body as a whole. As you release, relax, and let go. So feel free just to switch off the video, lie here and relax for a little bit longer. Or if you're ready, let's slowly begin to bring the awareness back into the room. Slowly bring the awareness back into the body by wiggling at fingers, wiggling at toes. We're going to keep our eyes closed, keeping the awareness inwards. We're going to rub the palms together to create a wee bit of heat, and we're going to cup the hands over our heart center. We're going to repeat the Sankalpa and the positive affirmation that we said 3 times at the start of the practice. hear it and feel it as we repeat it 3 more times. And when we're ready, we're going to rub the hands together again to create a bit of heat. We're going to cup the hand over our heart center and that over our baby. And we're going to collectively send some strength out to anybody that we feel that needs it for whatever struggles that they might be having. And bringing our palms together again to create an extra bit of heat. We're going to cup the hands over our eyes. And when you're ready, you can slowly open our eyes before we drop the hands down away from the eyes. Pushing to come up to an easy cross-legged position. Don't rush yourself, take your time. And that's our practice finished for today. Take care. I'll see you soon.